It's a bit loud at the moment.
Dziułanna widacie, siadło go w dupa, lewniecie, aż kapina poczciwina nie chce dalej iść. Parara, aż kapina poczciwina nie chce dalej iść. A zapierona, aż kapina poczciwina nie chce dalej iść. Ła siedzi nawet Boga, nic choroba nie pomaga, stoi dumna jak słup soli, nic nie ruszy się. Parara stoi dumna jak słup soli, nic nie ruszy się. A zapierona stoi dumna jak słup soli, nic nie ruszy się. Tada!
Bazinga!
Yay! Hopefully, so everything's working
Yeah, they
now.
recognized me after time.
Encore.
Yes, encore. Actually, save that for the end. Either or. Hi, everyone. Sorry for the technical difficulties. We hope that they're sorted now.
Sorry for eating the cables. I promise I won't do that again.
What is
It's all
cabbage?
your fault.
But they really tasted like chicken.
Sound good?
Mmm, delicious cables. Chicken pasta.
I'm glad you enjoyed them, but it took up some time. Okay, so
Just got it out of me. It wasn't nice.
Okay, so we'll start by introducing ourselves. I'm Katie Bums. That means you'll have to talk to me. Hi.
I'm Whatnot.
I'm Arkanakra, but some people call me Arku, stupid idiot, or something like this.
Something like this.
Captain Teams.
And today we have mapcrew with us, and a couple of them. So if they would like to introduce themselves too.
I'm Impure Death.
I'm Traveling Pick.
I'm Jameson.
And they will be here to answer your questions. So we will have a dedicated section where you can ask questions in the live stream chat, and they can pick and choose what they would like to answer. But first of all, we'll start with a few choose foremost questions. There weren't very many this round, so we'll only have a limited few. And Arkanakra and Modnat will be coordinating that.
Oh, geez.
So when you're ready,
I'm not prepared. Wait.
get a bit distracted.
It will take me some time to read the questions anyhow. So, our first question. When will Transformods bring Tribal back? And I know it was taken down because of vote ban abuse, but now vote ban just kicks you out also. When will Transformods fix these vanilla maps that have been broken for quite some time now? Question by GameGamerLol.
And there's Sido's answer for this. Tribar won't be come back. Moldrum is still planned, and I don't know about vanillas. Did I read the right answer?
Yeah.
Yes.
Thanks. Okay, I can read this.
What other categories in the shop are you planning on making? Like you made jewelry not that long ago by Luke Wilson.
Cool.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm lost. So no new categories planned in the near future.
P1 is now more common in map rotation, which means that P0 appears very infrequently. Will P0 ever be completely eliminated from rotation? Question by Haritastic.
Not that I'm aware of, but it's a possibility. I can read, wow. Hello? I finished.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to push
Come on.
Are there going to be any good items released anytime soon? When is New First going to be released? Question by Gerby Killer.
Soon, we are working on it. Quack, quack. Lol.
Those short answers.
I'm hot.
Could you each specify something you'd like to be improved in the game or want something added? And if you each think the moderation system is fine and it's improving. Personal opinions, please, by Little Midge.
So I guess it's one for us to answer.
Sorry, it's so cute that I think that moderation is perfect.
Yeah, like, nothing off the top of my head that I can say now.
We are so worse and crap and everything. I just knew that.
Yeah, mods suck.
Yeah.
Mods need improving.
Mods, cable eating mods and bad mods and Barry.
Yeah, Barry's own category.
Barry Dersu.
I don't think we could improve any more than we are already doing because we are constantly.
We are so bad already. There is nothing to improve.
Yeah, we can't. Well, we get a lot of feedback and we work on it as it comes, I suppose. So, and people are not scared of telling us what they think. So we get it every day. So we improve as it all comes, I suppose.
Are you going to?
I don't know if you think of anything to say it.
I'm sorry that we were so bad. Understandable. Yeah, that.
If you missed those questions, they are still on the Choose for My Transformod Q&A, and I will add the answers, and then you can see them there if you had missed it. So it's really not a problem. Thank you for asking and answering those questions.
Don't die now.
No, don't.
There's one more. Hey.
No, it's not.
Wait, this is not the question.
Down the bottom.
This is the truth.
No. That is not question.
I thought I should read it.
No.
Maybe I should.
No.
I will. Okay, I will. Okay, so in our personal collaboration, we wrote here one ultimate question to all thing about live stuff. And why Kate is derbs? Because no! She's cutest, I agree. Yes, this line. Kate, so cute. This line is a declaration of my love for Katie. Yeah, we all just wrote that.
That is not a question or an answer. It was not.
This is the all truth about life. We all should just marry her. Sidney, you should that too.
There are a couple of Choose for My questions directed at the map crew. If you guys could just answer that for them. Okay, so this one is asked by HomeGood. Since the fact that I am only allowed to submit maps in each category each time annoyed me, I read the rules regarding map submission. However, one thing still bothers me. Are other people allowed to submit my maps for me?
I think it is, actually.
It's a yes and no kind of thing. People can submit your maps, but we can't review more than 2 of yours total.
So as long as it's within the limit for the submission thread.
Yeah, otherwise you could make all the counts and just make them spam the forums.
That's true. There's one about your YouTube video, Impure.
Oh yeah, should I read it?
Sure.
In Impure's YouTube video of the colored strings, there was useful for making custom items. He said that was the hard way. Is there an easy way? Yes, there is an easy way. It's using the program by Fitprint. You can find it in the map editor section on the official forums. I will make a guide about it, so don't worry, but I don't have the time at the moment because I'm having a lot of exams and all that stuff. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you for the answers.
And was asked by Fearing. Sorry, forgot that.
Awesome. During the stream, you're welcome to put more questions on Transformods. I will keep that tab open and refresh. But the live stream chat is here for you to ask questions. We'll start off with questions for map crew. So have fun and don't spam, otherwise you won't be answered. Yes, you're allowed to. When they start asking, that is.
And that awkward silence.
Oh, potato, huh?
Potato? Potato!
That is right. In my fuzziness, I forgot about the questions at the top. Feel free to keep asking them in chat, but we'll start with the questions we had planned before. Sorry, thank you for the reminder.
No problem.
I'm a bit fuzzy-minded this morning. So we'll start with first question. When did you start making maps?
What order should we do this?
Just in the interview questions.
This map scares my tail off.
Oh, okay, I'll just start. I started making maps right when map editor got added.
This map is scary.
Pretty much.
Pretty much. Awesome. What is your favorite thing about map making?
Shouldn't the other map crew members say something as well?
I'm not sure what order we're doing it in. We're doing like one person answers all the questions? Or?
Just talk.
Just type in whenever.
Alright, well, I started map making not long after the editor came out.
I still don't make maps very much, so.
And your favorite thing about it?
It's a creative platform which you can basically do whatever you want, so that's pretty nice. And I like the glitches a lot. I really love them. They're gone.
We ban for glitches. You see.
No, I always use that with every game I played. I abused glitches and I always got banned for it, and I was like, and this was the first game where I didn't get banned for abusing glitches. So
Not yet. I'm gonna look for you.
Awesome. Anybody
Well,
else?
because glitch is usually bug. Well, you're using glitches for your some sort of advantage, or doing something
Let's
that
ban
other
him.
players
Just
can't.
ban him. Come on.
Yeah,
ban him.
just ban him into the oblivion. Dude.
What you mean? No one else? Okay, so what do you like to do other than making maps?
sleeping.
I spent pretty much all my time in boot camp.
I do nothing. I be sassy. There you go. I just like being sassy. That's all I do.
And awesome.
He's killing people. That's awesome. Oh,
I agree.
awesome. Rainbows everywhere.
Boot camp is pretty awesome. I can see how you would spend all the
It's
time
hard
there.
as hell. I hate boot camps.
The only thing I do in boot camp is stand still and look at other people being all pro and stuff.
That's pretty much what I do.
It makes me really happy when I do one though. Like,
Hey, look at me! I did
2
one.
hours.
Oh.
And then I die like 5 seconds later. Like, oh.
I can do the CG. No, I can't.
Well, of course, it's going to be hard until you practice.
Nope. 2 years in, and I still suck.
Yeah, me too. Don't worry. What's the best part about being in the map crew?
probably be like if you're just playing and you come across a bad map, it's quite nice to just delete it straight away.
Oh yes, that is indeed the delete button.
It's a wonderful tool. I agree.
I really like adding some of the maps we do add. Like some of the hard maps I just love so much. I'm like, yes, I gotta play this more.
And also lately, I think in the map crew, the community itself, like the map crew people itself, work together really nicely, and I enjoyed that.
Yeah, I really like the group. It was really nice. So too.
That's a good thing. I agree. And then there's a question that says, "What's the worst?"
Sayonara.
You could say a lot of things. Probably the weird spammy guys. Like, for example, you have the Turkish and the Brazilian people that ask you to review their map. You give them an answer, and they ask the question again because they don't understand your answer.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
They translated the question, and then they... never mind. I don't even answer them anymore. It's just... Sorry, I'm using Google Translate to review my map. Yeah, you don't understand the review.
That's a daily thing of being a mod as well. We do get questions like that a lot. If not, then if we don't answer questions in like 3 seconds, then it'll be again, and then ignore. It's a beautiful thing.
I don't really enjoy some of the hate we get, I guess. Another thing.
Cry me a river.
No. It's so mean. Don't be mean to me.
She's meanest. She's modern kitten. I mean...
This is rude.
Mod modern nut.
What was the weirdest thing that ever happened to you as a map crew member? Must be interesting.
I have no clue at the moment. Need to think.
Not really had anything weird happen.
Nothing really weird's happened, I guess, for me.
It's not a particularly exciting job, if I'm honest.
I get a lot of I love yous. That's kind of weird, I guess.
I love you, Pet.
You maybe get weird whispers, that's one thing.
Yes. Which vanilla map is your favorite?
69.
And
Although, with map 69, I think they should change the texture of the balls into bombs. That would make more sense.
Sorry, I was bored.
Don't
I
worry.
really like to share map 0 just because I can do a bunch of nonsense crap on it.
It's nice when it has some sort of background music, I think.
maps, sir. I get frustrated with maps.
This map is stupid. I don't like it.
Make a thread.
Make a thread for a vanilla map. Makes sense.
I'm gonna make 1,000 bad maps because of this map is just bad. I don't like it. I don't like maps. I don't like everything. I'm hater.
What's your favorite user map?
I like cobbles.
Every map that kills everyone. And it glitches. That's nice.
Henry has this
what's the question?
Favorite user map? I don't have a specific one, sadly.
Probably something by Mori Pogi. I don't know how you pronounce it. I like most of his maps.
Mori Pogi or something, do you know?
Yeah.
Henry has this purple hair girl map, and I just enjoy it for some reason way too much.
Yeah,
every map with a tree is probably really nice.
What improvements would you like to see in the community's maps and in map editor updates?
With map editor, I actually want to see an advanced option and a noob map maker option. Like the first one, the noob maker is like the default, where you have like a grid and you can only choose out of specific ground sizes, and you cannot place them at every coordinate, so you can only place them in a grid, which is like placed on the map. So you're really limited, but at least if you make a map, it doesn't look like something random. And then you can just click advanced and you get the original one. That was my idea, basically.
Very technical.
So we were choosing best of the worst. You know, all about this noob maps and stuff.
Yeah, noob maps.
I'm noob map maker.
Does anyone else have an answer for that question?
Not really. I'm not really using this map editor at the moment.
What I really want to see with the community itself, like the newer map makers, if you look at the P0 list, all the maps, like barely any maps have any alignment. They just spam random grounds and decoration, and that needs to improve. But that's always the case, I think.
Definitely. But since with the changes and then P1 is now more common, I guess that's...
Yeah, P1 is now more common because the game loads less P0 maps, and that means that instead of having 800,000 maps loaded, you get 20,000 maps loaded plus all the perks. So the chance is higher that P0 maps load. That's technically how it works.
Awesome. Okay. What are you not very good at in map making? What's your weak areas?
Everything.
Please.
I'm like really bad at art.
I'm bad with doing the same thing again, because I always want to make something and I'm like, hey, I did this one map ago, so I'm not going to do it again. I want to do something original, and that's a flaw with mine. I get bored if it's the same thing.
Awesome. And does mapcrew get along well in general?
Like I said, I find it really good that they get along that really well at the moment.
Yeah, everybody, I guess, tightly group. I mean, we disagree about stuff, of course, but we work together.
Farina asks in the choose formats questions, can you explain what exactly is mapcrew's job and what they're supposed to do? Other things than choosing maps to be permed, what can we come to you about?
We can give you like map making tips, or I don't know if they all do, but I don't mind helping someone figure out how to make a map.
Helping, reviewing, voting, that's literally it.
Awesome. Moe asks, how did you even discover the map glitches?
Who? Probably. In my case, it was like a lot of glitches were not found by me. Probably I didn't know because I was an isolated map maker. I didn't talk to anyone about it. But what I did was I just changed the value. I was like, hey, this number is 1. Maybe what will happen if I make this negative? Like, what would that do? Or would this do? And yeah.
Simply curiosity.
Curiosity kills the cat. Yep.
And kills a lot of mice.
Yes, and that's what I did in the first 60 maps I made, was the glitch maps that killed mice.
Yeah, where cat dies, mice dies in higher amounts. Evil.
There is a question here that asks, what makes a good map in your opinions?
Fun and original would be my 2 main things.
enjoyable to play, something that you don't get sick of quickly. Replay value, that's it.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Like the I have no idea. Smooth gameplay, I guess. Like
a nice flow.
Nice flow, yeah.
And a lot of death and tricks as well. That's my favorite.
A lot of death. Is this a personal opinion?
The thing is, if people die because they are not skilled enough, that is fine. But if they get killed because the map tries to kill them, then that's bad.
Well, this game just hates players, usually.
No, it's the
This is all this lagging, all those glitching, all those envy gods.
Well, they fixed most of the glitches, but we found
That's
new
typical.
ones.
This game is challenging because it hates players. We all are haters. Again.
Hate potatoes.
Permbum asks if... I'll try to interpret this in good English. If we're to apply for the map crew, do we have to have all of the keys? So I'm guessing, do you have to have high perms to apply for map crew?
No, you don't even have to be a map maker.
Pretty much.
I'm pretty sure it says it on the forum that you don't have to be.
God damn it, Sean.
Wow. When I joined, I had like 4 P1s, and that was it.
I'm killing everyone.
I'm guessing here today that there are a few people that haven't even thought about applying for map crew, so an explanation of what you have to be able to do to apply for the map crew would be nice. Or what?
Well, you have to do the application at least.
When you review, try to be in depth when you review at least, especially if you're not a map maker.
At least with the start bit, you need to be in depth so we can see if you notice the flaws in the map. Because even if you give a short review, if you do that in game, it's nice because you don't have to check the whole map. You don't spend like hours on end checking a bad map. But if you do the review at the start, like the application, we want to see exactly what you're missing or what's good and all that stuff.
Awesome.
Map crew, is this a good map?
No.
Excellent.
Although I think if someone asked me that question, I would review it quicker than if someone gives me a map and says something like, make this P4 or make this P7.
Yeah, don't do that. That's really annoying, if anything. Just
P7, please. Go away.
There's another question here. I spy CPTP, so it's a bit of a... Map crews spend most of their time looking through submission threads and voting on maps. What happened to the map crew's original goal of helping users improve their maps? And what can be done to stop map crew members from burning out and becoming inactive?
First of all, chill. Like, I'm chilling a lot. And then every now and then I do something.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Don't, like, when everyone first joins, they're like, oh, I'm gonna, like, spend all my time doing this. But then if you try to do that, you burn out so quickly. It's not possible, really.
And also, about the reviewing, I think at one point the map crew basically transformed into, map moderators or something, however you want to call it. So there's still the fan or whatever, the unofficial map helper stuff. They can help as well, if not any map crew available. But we will try to answer and help if we have time. What was more the question? I already forgot.
So what happened to the map crew's original goal of helping users improve their maps, and what can be done to stop map crew members from burning out and becoming inactive? So basically, just giving your opinion and asking what the users can give you for in return for the help that you give them.
If you want to explain that quickly, don't whisper us. Like, if you have a map to submit, just put it on the forum. Like, there's no point in sending it to us. I don't.
Yeah, if you want it to be in a perm category, I never do that in Whisper. So if you want, like, hey, could you help me test this map and see how it works? If you ask me a question like that, I always help. If it's like, perm, now, then no.
A pixel. Oh, hi, you're my soulmate.
Yeah, I was waiting.
Does soulmate ever die?
I'm not dead yet.
No, I don't want the soulmate. You're adopted.
Okay, then you go. Oh, there's no hole here.
Okay, let's just go to the cheese.
There's ice, I think.
I'll look at
Do it, bro.
stream chat.
Oh god, why I have to be with you? Aunt, impure death.
Why am I an aunt?
Because you look like an aunt.
I have long hair, doesn't mean I'm a woman.
Yeah, you're more
Wait, how the hell did I die?
Your voice is even girly.
Voice is not girly.
Yes, it is. You sound like big aunt.
I think my live stream chat is lagging.
Is it?
Yeah. I want to take questions from the live stream chat too, but it's lagging a lot.
Oh jeez, this map is
not meant for a lot of players.
I like how this flank here shakes in convulsions.
Okay. It loaded. Finally. So, if you have questions for the map crew, and put them in live stream chat too, and I will be watching this now. Okay.
Feel free to ask anything, guys.
And I will put the answers that have been to the questions that have been asked from Transformods. I will answer them after the live stream, and you can find them in the answered questions tab in the Transformods Q&A page.
I think HomeGood has a question.
What are your opinions on how the Ice Block update has affected map gameplay?
Awful.
I have a bit mixed opinion about it. Like, first I really thought it would be like, okay, people are gonna favor everyone, first they're gonna die, all that stuff. But if you think about it, it's a really good thing, because usually there are only a few trolls at the end of the map and you can easily kill them, so it's a nice thing.
Yeah, I freaking love this feature. I'm getting Ice Cube because I'm moderator.
Yeah, but the thing is,
This is freaking funny.
Yeah, the thing which should change though is like the when you can use this ability. Like, maybe one mouse should go in the hole before you can use it, so you can't use it as favor. There need to be some restrictions to it, and at the moment it's like, oh, I don't like you here, you freeze. But if someone already went in the hole, then okay, the first can't be stolen then, that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, you can feel like police. Everyone freeze!
At first, I did notice, yeah.
But again, the map or the shaman can also shoot cannons and kill everyone. But
I do like. I have warmed up to the Ice Cube update a bit now, but it has taken some time at first, so it was really annoying. But now, I guess people are getting used to it a bit more. But I agree. Some restrictions do need to be put on it.
Can someone harm this even?
Mapcrew? No. Mapcrew.
Oh, silly.
Cat's toast. Whoa, this is so colorful.
Oh no, this map. Did this randomly load?
I think so.
I don't think so.
Blaze Hunter 123 asked, what does the map crew basically even do?
Didn't we already answer that?
I think we already answered that.
Someone abuses powers.
Okay, basically we review, we vote on maps, and yeah.
Good idea.
And stuff.
There is a bunch of mice coming in one direction.
First, Adeline, all the questions are going to her. There are a lot of those questions answered. Oh, that's right. Remember how we were talking earlier in the week and we asked you if there's anything you'd like to talk about, and then you said you would like to explain a bit about the definitions of words.
What?
And just touch upon the definitions of some words so that people would understand.
Map? Definitions?
Yes.
Okay, well, a lot of glitches have disappeared, so we have IF, which is invalid friction, which now we do with 999E999 or something. That is basically the glitch that all the stuff which touches that ground goes to the left top corner of the map. Then we have the word generic, which the map crew uses a lot in stuff. I still have no clue what people really mean with that. Can someone explain me that as well? What do you mean with generic?
Sean broke the map, or it broke itself.
No, the map uses the replacement of the IF glitch and the older one which still glitches, so you should fix that. So yes, the map is broke. Is there anyone who can explain me generic?
It basically means like nothing new, like yeah, same old sort of thing.
Yeah, but what's bad with nothing new?
Come on.
Because if you've got like 100 maps that are all the same, what's to make one better than the other? Nothing. So you can't like film one because you have to film all of them.
Then just say an original, I think.
Well, yeah, it means the same thing.
Oh, okay. But I also always get confused by it. It's like all the usually you say it gets set on like P4 or P8 or something, all the Shaman maps, because it's basically the same thing. So. Other terms. I say cheesy a lot if I review, but I don't review that much because I'm a lazy ass. But if I review, I say cheesy a lot, and with cheesy I mean a bit childish and simple, especially with art where they just make faces which you climb over. That is a bit childish.
Yeah, so many of those around.
Yeah. Other things. You guys know something? Nope. Sync base. That's a good one, probably. Sync base means it depends on the synchronize. So there's one player in every turn, which is mostly the shaman, but if there's not a shaman, it's the first player in the room, which is the sync. This player will update every other mouse with the object locations and ground locations. You won't see this, but the game just makes that player send everyone the location of every ground and all that stuff. So everyone sees the same thing at least every 2 seconds. So if you have a sync-based map, then there will be a difference between every map. Like if the map plays, for everyone it would be different, and then every 2 seconds it would update again, so it would glitch a lot. So if you get a lot of glitching and everyone sees something else, then that means the map is sync-based.
Do you still see like mini maps as luck-based, and if so, How do you define?
Well, luck-based is also, like, for example, I would consider this luck-based, this map that is currently playing in the room, because there's a ground who's shaking around, and, for example, if you have with the sync-based again, one mouse might see it go up, and the other mouse might see it go down, which means for one mouse, he can get up and get keys and get first and all that stuff, and the other can't. So, why is this even permanent?
Because it was in we did.
I was stuck between those.
Make a thread.
I'll make a thread if I find the Everett. Which I did actually a few days ago. I was like, hey, let's go look at every P1 map made in the last 2 months and submit every good map. And I did that. And then I was tired.
That explains everything.
What did I do? What did I do? Okay, no, this is laggy. I'm dying. Committing suicide.
It's good.
I can't even type in the live stream chat. It's so laggy. No. I don't know why it's being like this.
If you guys have any questions, you can post them in the live stream thingy. Check.
There was another question in the live stream. I put it in the document.
Okay, let me check.
Please, people, this chat is not for Skype or exchanging Skype. This is for asking questions to the map crew. So please take personal chats like that away and focus on what's going on.
Isn't one of those questions the questions for the admins? Third one.
It's one of these questions.
I ain't no admin.
No. I wish I could type this. I'm sorry I have to say this, but no. Yeah, a question. Do you guys make maps sometimes for fun and don't publish them at all to practice your skills, or are all of your maps published?
All my maps. Most.
So probably only like half of my maps are actually published.
Well, I publish all my maps, even if it's crap. It's like, okay, I worked 10 minutes on this, good enough.
Yeah, I don't really do that. Like, if I'm testing an idea, I'll make like several maps with it, and then usually I'll finish testing it, and then I'll just like click reset and just delete it.
Lately, I started using new codes again, or my older codes again. I mean, for my maps, because I have a nice number on CFM for my maps, like the total number. It's really nice.
Richard Bigal asked, when will we be able to invite players outside of our tribe house to our tribe houses? I remember hearing about that a long time ago, but I haven't seen it coming anytime soon. Siderling said, not planned in the near future, but mice might have their own house later, so still unsure. And it's Siderling.
Seedling. I'll call her Sidolin now.
I'll call her badass slave master.
I'm always more inclined to say Sideline, and that try for Sideline, Cider. Not Cedar, Cider, but
Cider.
Do you make maps outside your specialty area? Like, if you're good with technical maps, do you make art maps?
Yes. Not at all. I try to make anything, really. I'm not good at making maps with just grounds, and then I realized, hey, I got a P4 map now. Yay! So, yes.
I don't really make anything other than mechanism maps. I have not really made any of them in a while either.
Yeah, it's really hard now because you need to plan ahead what you're doing. And before it was, okay, I'm going to place ground here, turn it a bit, add something to it. And now it's like, you first need to think that the ground is there and what you're going to do with it, and before you can do something. So that's the problem.
What you gonna do?
I never would have realized like how much thought that gets put into maps. Like, most people don't think about it. They just go into editor and spam whatever, but the good maps require a lot of planning and thought, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And especially now with the new more difficult stuff, it needs a lot of planning. And I'm not used to that, so that's why I'm not making too many maps anymore.
Yeah, so I have absolutely no idea how to use the new stuff, and I can't really be bothered.
I know how to use it, but I can't be bothered too much with it.
I gave up trying to understand editor after all the new stuff was put in.
If people ask me something like, hey, how to do this, can you help me fix it? I'm like, okay, here, I'll change the code for you and do it in like a few seconds, but if I do it myself, and it's like, oh, I need to think before I do. I don't have a plan.
So if you have your specialty areas, is there another area or another category that you wish you were better in or could make maps in? If you try.
Probably art.
Yeah, I wish I could make art maps.
Well, I guess if you put enough time in any category, you are going to get good at it, but I don't want to spend too much time.
Yeah, exactly. It's the time factor.
I only make art maps when I'm bored, so that means I don't mind spending time in something that makes no sense. So, a mechanism is like, oh God, what am I doing now? And before is the only category where I can go into editor now and just place a ground and be like, okay, so this is good. Okay, what do I need to add more? Add 3. Good. Perfect. Export. That's how it works.
Yeah, I'd say P4 is probably the one that takes the least amount of thought and planning and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. And you can kind of tell.
Well, yeah, and then that's like, it's probably related because that's the ones that we get like the most submitted for is P4. About half my whispers of Charlotte maps.
Yeah, because it's really easy to do. Like, if you look at the P4, you say generic a lot, which means that everyone does the same thing. Which means everyone is capable to do it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So, with that, what category do you think takes the most amount of planning and is the least submitted to because it's so hard to get in or make?
I'd say P6, or maybe P5, but no, probably P6.
No, P6 is pretty easy with the new joints and the code grounds now. I mean, they're not all perfect, but
at the moment, I think P6 is not too hard because of all the new features. There's a lot of new interesting things you can do. Although it's still really hard to make those maps, but it's more. Yeah, it's easier than before, at least. I guess.
But then, like, even with P5 now, you've got footprints editor thing, so that's pretty easy now.
Although changing that art to dynamic is still a bother.
There's another question here asking how much attention you paid to details like trees and grass and stuff, and do you put that later in the beginning so it's not important?
No.
I never look at details really. I know people that make maps that need every detail, but when I was making maps, at least like before, when I already made 500 maps, what I did was I placed a ground and aligned it with another ground. I didn't even change the values. I was like, okay, this looks aligned, good enough.
Which is bad. You shouldn't do that.
Yeah, I know I shouldn't do that. I don't do it anymore because it's not really hard to align things if you just change the values. But I was just, okay, so I'm going to do it this way and I don't care. And that's also with the holes and all the plans and stuff. I don't think about it. Just click one and place it, and like, does this fit? Yes. Okay, it does.
Going back to the question, things like the ground properties, like the dimensions, I'll put a lot of attention to that, but things like decoration, I don't really care. I'll just spam it wherever it looks empty.
Pretty much. The only thing I do with grounds, I usually make sure that they are something times 40.
Oh yeah, so you got the border.
Yeah, the nice grass border. I love it. And there's no snow border, which is really bad. Sad face. Hint, hint.
Snowground. There is a question on Transformods asked by Shadowwinter. What is your personal opinion on perming collision or soulmate maps for P9, and why don't we see very many of them in rotation?
Because they're really bad and they should feel bad.
It's not that they're bad, but if you was to go into a room and ask people if they enjoy those maps, 9 out of 10 people are going to say that they don't even want to play them. That's
like there's no real competition in it. It's like 100% luck based. It's like a map plays and you have a chance of winning. It's like the luck. That's the flaw with it.
So we have to be extremely picky and just gotta try to gauge people's reactions more of that one. It's just really hard.
And mostly the maps that get submitted now all look the same. They're like, the cheese is somewhere up there, you have different ground levels, and the hole is somewhere else up there. Have fun. That's basically collision maps that get mostly submitted.
Lately, I've been seeing that the soulmate maps have been improving with treadmills and stuff. I've seen quite a lot of those, and they've actually been enjoyable for me personally.
Yeah, soulmate I think is really enjoyable if you make like a sort of win-win situation with it. Like a lot of cooperation is really nice, but not too many people make that. Like most of the soulmates map created are also collision maps and are also crash maps.
Yeah.
But I think maybe, I don't know, has there been a soulmate category in the contest recently?
I think there has.
Recently?
Not recently, but there has been one, I think.
I think we should actually do that again, because soulmate, there's a lot of options. Maybe do soulmate co-op where it is actually that you need to work together and think. Like a lot of, like some are just like, okay, you have a string and you go over a ground and go under a ground and all that. But like really co-op, that would be nice, to be honest. So make that. If you are motivated, make it. Okay? I'm too lazy at the moment.
We're thinking about doing a soulmate in next context. We were not sure.
Okay. Someone answered me in the mapcrew chat that they are apparently going to do a soulmate, so that's good.
Awesome.
Thank you, Killer. I didn't pay attention.
Yeah, that's a good question. I've always wondered what the debug command and editor was and what its actual function was.
Okay, debug is just, you can see game functions and game things which you normally don't see. You see the vectors, you see the strings, which ground and which object is connecting to what. If you have like the mechanism stuff, it actually uses like a sort of invisible string which has a certain function. Whoops. And it will make that visible. Also the collision of the mice, so for example you want to make a box that mice fit in, so if you want to test it you can see if the mice is too big and all that sort of stuff. So it shows you some of the game mechanics, and if you're working with difficult glitches it's handy to have. You can also see invisible grounds. You can see invisible grounds. Enjoy cheating.
Invisible grounds. Wow.
Yeah, like the ground which is underneath the map, which makes it so mice can't go too far off screen, and if they lag, they don't go invisible.
Sounds really handy. Yeah.
Yeah, they changed that a while back. It's really nice.
Yeah, I only really noticed it when I was using it, and I had no idea what to use it for, but I don't make it.
It's a pro map making tool.
Yeah, it seems like it. What do you think about night mode maps?
there should be more night mode maps, like a lot. And the thing is, which I also find, like they should add it that you have a more randomized cheese, like add like 3 versions of the same map or something like that, and make them night modes. So the cheese is somewhere else. So it's again a finding thing. It's a bit luck based, but it has a challenge. That's my opinion. So.
Yeah, I think people don't really make them anymore because it's not included in the editor. You have to put it in the XML. And people don't really know how to.
That as well.
And also, like, collision is like you have to be really picky because, you know, people don't like night mode a lot either. And it lags a lot of people because I know when I use on my old computer, it lagged me like mad. I don't know why. So
because it's a really huge texture which is connected to your mouse. That's why. It's a big black box with the hole in the middle, literally, which is then placed on your mouse. And when you die, it falls off the screen. That's why you sometimes see the blackness go down, and then you can see the screen again.
What maps do you enjoy testing the most? What category?
To sting the most? What?
Testing.
Oh, testing. I prefer P5 because you see a lot of nice things that people made.
Personally, I like testing P6 just because you see so many new and interesting things. And then I quite like testing P7 as well. It's quick and easy.
Yeah, P7 is quick, yeah. And P6... what I don't like really is the buttons. People making button maps which could be a normal map, like for example the map that we're playing in this room at the moment. If they made it a button map, they would push a button and the ground in front of us would appear. If the button wasn't there, that we could just continue and do the map.
Yeah.
I like that's P6s.
Like for example, if there's a button here and that affects something at the left, and you have to backtrack, okay, that's interesting, but otherwise, no.
It's a very important point to make is if you're making a mechanism map, then it should really play like a central role in the gameplay. It shouldn't just be there for the sake of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's basically it, yeah.
Awesome. With the new discoveries in art map creation, line art, does mapcrew plan to filter through some of the lesser quality art poems in the next coming months?
Like you mean deeper, worse maps?
Yeah, like I think older maps that were permed.
Well, if we get a lot of maps, then of course the older maps that are bad will get removed, except if their gameplay is really nice. But if you have like an old map that doesn't look like anything, and the gameplay is pity as well, then it will probably get removed.
I would personally disagree because I don't think we have that many art maps.
Yeah, that's what I said. If we have a lot of art maps already.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, like we haven't got that many like that use the older style. If we had like a load of new lineup, we still wouldn't have many old style maps. And I think we may as well keep a few of them in just for nostalgic reasons.
That's probably a good idea as well, to be honest.
So how many would it take for you to consider it to be a lot in a category?
Like 200 plus. I think that we're aiming for, was it 250?
The goal, yeah, our goal is 250. And that's for all categories. So.
Oh, I don't mind having more in one category.
Yeah, is there a category that you consider has more than the rest? Map-wise?
I think with the recent boost, mechanism might have the most at the moment, but even that's not at the 250 benchmark yet. So we've not hit our target for any category yet, I don't think.
And it's really hard, of course.
So really, there aren't that many maps.
Yep.
Never thought of it like that before.
Oh my god.
Like the thing is, you can if a map is a bit not really good enough. If you take it out, for example, then other maps will play so often that they become boring. So it's sometimes a good idea to have a lot of maps in the category, even if they are a bit less good than the other ones. Then what happens is then the other ones seem more interesting.
That's fair enough. So with the rares and the amount of P1s now, what about the requirements? Will they be raised now that they take a more important part in rotation? I can't speak English today.
Which?
I don't think so, really, to be honest.
No, I don't really see it changing. I think that really the main thing about P1 is that it's really like whoever you go to review, it's kind of if they like it or not. Like, I bet if someone sends me like a generic shaman map that does fit all the things, then there's still a good chance that I'm not going to follow it just because I don't think they put any effort into it, really. That's just me personally.
I perm maps if I like them, if I enjoy playing them. If it's like, okay, this is an interesting shaman map, even if it's unoriginal, I'll perm it. Yeah, if I enjoy playing it, I don't mind if it's original, generic, or all that stuff. I just care if it's fun.
Yeah, well, the thing about P1 now is that there's so many maps that you don't need it protected. Like I've got several maps that have been like in rotation for like almost a year now that haven't got 100 votes. So you never really get.
I personally don't want to protect P22 maps like tribe houses. I'm like, okay, you submitted the map as a tribe house. That means you don't want it in rotation. Like, I think it shouldn't be possible to have like a tribe house map burned. To be honest, that's my opinion, really.
And since they can't exactly get deleted.
Yeah, they're basically like, they make a map, oh, it's not good enough for P1, okay, I'm going to change the whole map again. Okay, is this one good enough for P1? Okay, good. So, and then they just keep going. Like, I know like a few people that whisper me the same code every time, and if they get a perm, then they will make a new code.
Really?
And they will just keep trying.
Wow. Is it all done? Nope. Nothing new on Transformods.
They are asking if we're gonna make room shaman official. Anyone know the answer to that?
I wouldn't have thought so.
Isn't like every normal room shaman with racing every now and then?
Well, kind of, except the maps aren't as difficult.
Oh yeah, the difficulty. Is there actually going to be more difficult rooms? I really want that, to be honest.
I don't know. I don't have an admin question. But right now, we're just doing map crew questions.
Yeah, probably a better idea.
Wherever they have disappeared. Skype. No.
How come map crew know stuff? You ask. It's a nice way to know stuff.
Yes, you ask and then you shall receive answers. Even though I don't know what that stuff is specifically referring to, but feel free to keep asking questions in the live stream chat.
Someone asked me a question. Fewina asked me, are we allowed to use any glitches freely that we find when making maps, or do we need to have some permission, assuming that there are any more glitches to be found? I don't think you need any permission.
No, you just, if you find something new, we just put it on micro.
If you copy the map, for example, the map looks 100% the same as another map, okay, I can understand that it's a copy, then okay, then it's bad. But if it's a glitch, it's like a concept. For example, it would be the same if someone got mad at you because you made a map where the shaman has to build a plank. And that's stupid. What's this map? This is the first time I've seen this map. So
yeah, I've not seen this. This is awful.
What? May I unperm this? Probably not.
And if you're not sure about anything glitch-wise, and if you're allowed to use it, then you just feel free to ask.
Yeah, I can't really see why you wouldn't be allowed to use a glitch unless it was like highly likely that it would crash people or was really laggy. But
also, if you use glitches, test them in your tribe house to see if they work.
Oh yeah, because quite often you'll try something in map editor and it'll be fine, and then you'll take it to a room and it'll just go horribly wrong.
And with that, when you do test maps that are submitted to you, I understand there is a lot that goes into testing, especially for the sync-based mechanism stuff. So, would you like to explain what exactly goes into testing a map?
You want us to say what goes into testing a map?
What you do and how long it takes.
Okay, so if a random person whispers me, test my map, okay, sometimes I just check it, I give short feedback. If they want a nice review, I'll take a bit more time to explain what's wrong. But personally, I think some map makers should test their own map first, because I know people like that make their map, send it directly to us and not test it at all. Like certain glitches or stuff. Like I've seen maps submitted to me which has no mice spawn.
Oh dear.
They made it in editor and then just send it. Is
that a common thing?
Yes, it was really common when I was testing maps for Bathbot as well. It was like all the time.
Wow. In the map editor section and the Transformods official forum, there are a lot of threads, the map crew FAQ, so they are able to find out who is in the map crew for which category, and you are free to ask questions about the map crew there. And there is also a thread called the map editor Q&A where you're able to get advice for your maps, and you can find a lot of answers to questions there about specific things in editor and what to do. And there's also report a bad map thread, so if you come across a really bad mapping game, feel free to post the code there. That is checked constantly by you guys, right? Every few days or so.
Not me.
I'm not sure who reviews that, because I don't.
Yeah, I have a list of the maps that need to get deleted.
Yeah.
I posted in the live stream thingy.
There's also a thread called mapcrew applications. So that's pretty self-explanatory. There you can find the application forms and the requirements to be able to reply. You're able to ask questions about the application and stuff there as well. And don't forget to read the map editor forum informations and guidelines before posting there. But there is a lot of information in that forum if you ever get stuck.
Well, I think the people that are probably listening to this take that into consideration, but the people that aren't taking it into consideration are probably not watching this.
Pretty much, but this is saved. And people can come listen to this anytime afterwards.
True that.
How much time have you approximately spent in Map Editor after joining the Map Crew? Asked by Homegood.
Enough. Staring at it. Like, how does this work? This new, what the hell do I do? Yeah, that kind of stuff.
Since I've joined Map Crew, not as much as I did before. Just
yeah, but I already declined when I was close to joining. The thing is, I spend a lot more time in Word. Like, seriously, if I'm making a map now, it's like most of the time I spend changing codes and values.
But yeah, so like before I was mapcrew, I spent like loads of time in there, but then I kind of joined, and then like all I did was look at maps, and you kind of lose your enthusiasm a bit.
I like helping people make their maps. If, for example, someone comes with me and it's like, here, I have a map with a really nice concept, but I can't seem to make this one part. And I'm like, this one part is really simple, and I'll do that. I like to do that.
Awesome. Don't forget you can keep posting your questions in the live stream chat. I do see a lot of just chit chat between people.
Spam us. We take enjoyment and pleasure.
Are we going to make it better division between P3 and P13? That's not my question.
Well, that's my question.
I'd like to see that.
So there was a question. I think I'm going to need to cramp on.
Okay, you try answer it.
Parker!
Yes?
Parker!
Parker!
So feel free to answer that.
Yeah, I didn't. What was the question?
Are you going to make a better division between P3 and P13 boot camps?
I think there's like, even within the map crew, there's some that they're not really happy about how it's divided at the moment. Like P13 was meant to be for like unoriginal concepts, but were like maps that were still good. But that's not really what's happened. What's really happened is, if you look in P13, basically everything gets stuck in there, even if it's P3 worthy. So yeah, I think we would all like to see kind of a better division of the two. I think that probably will happen eventually.
I think personally that it's just the way that P13 and P3 separated the moment they play equally. I think that if that was changed, then it would be more divided properly than what was intended.
Yeah, well, for that to happen, really, the standards on P13 need to come down a bit, because at the moment it's still like the standards are no different from what they were just the P3 really.
Yeah, definitely.
There's definitely a lot of pseudo questions. We should really get pseudo to talk.
Yes, there are a lot of pseudo questions, but I don't think she wants to talk.
You should, really. Do it. Do it.
Talk in German.
Spreche Deutsch.
Ja, Kitty, sprich Deutsch.
Das ist eine Kapu.
Jawohl.
Jawohl. Did I hear a zipper?
Zipper?
Wasn't me.
From someone's jeans.
Zip.
Was it
Zip.
yours?
No, it wasn't mine. I have my jeans in... Well, okay.
Question of me, actually. Where are you guys all from? Like,
I'm from Moon.
Moon. The Moon is a nice place?
We are biker mice from Mars.
Biker mice from Mars.
I'm from England.
Zido is Modo's sister. I mentioned it before.
I'm from New Zealand.
I'm from the country of absurd, as known as Poland.
I'm from Holland.
I'm from the
Holland, the Netherlands. Yes.
Nether, like Nether from Minecraft. It's like
Nether from Minecraft, burning fires and all that stuff. Of course, that's where death has to be, of course. So.
There's a question. Where do you get your inspiration from to make maps?
Random.
Random?
I don't know. I just kind of. I think most of my maps I think of like when I'm in the shower. I don't know why. I do all my thinking in the shower.
What are you doing in the shower?
Pretty much any map I've ever made.
So, are we talking about showers right now, or?
Yes, you can join the conversation.
This is so moist.
Showers.
So moist.
I'm in.
I guess this is getting groovy. Okay.
No, I can see how that would work, you know, like a nice peaceful place without stuff, and then a map idea would come into your head. Sure, why not? I can see how that would work. Awesome.
But yeah, most inspiration of maps just comes out of random things that happen. Like, you think of something out of nowhere and you do that, or you have some weird, you see something like art maps. Like, if you think of art maps, you basically get inspiration from something you see. If you make a mechanism, you're thinking of weird things happening. If you're doing glitches like what I did, it's just like, hey, I'm gonna try something and maybe that's gonna do something, and then I'm trying to make that into a map.
Yeah, and like, another thing with my ideas is like it's never the first thing I intend it to be. I'll try to make something, probably fail miserably, but then I'll take some concept of that failure and turn it into a decent map.
Yeah, and that was also the same with glitches. Sometimes you think of, oh, it might do this, and then it does something completely else, and you're like, okay, I can use this as well, don't worry.
Yeah, things never turn out the way they want them to. They're probably better. Moe would like to know about the first map you ever made, if you remember it.
I remember it really well. Okay, so first it is lava at the left, lava at the right, lava at the top, lava at the bottom, lava ground everywhere, anvils everywhere, mouse hole at the left bottom,
Netherlands.
Right.
And this is recipe for best map ever.
That was my absolutely favorite map. I was like, okay, so they have to jump from anvil to anvil, and then it's so hard because they hit the lava constantly, and I didn't think that it would crash. It was like the day that happened.
This is intentional, you know, and this is not crash. This is masterpiece.
It was my masterpiece. I felt so proud about it.
You're saying this is bad. It's not bad. Leave crash maps alone.
Really,
I think it's a good idea to play it in the room.
Yes, this is the best idea. Just find one and.
My first map wasn't really that bad. It kind of just a linear left and right sort of thing with a bouncy trampoline.
What is actually the first map you were really proud about?
That was probably my second map ever. I was actually quite proud of.
I was proud of my 13th map because there was a ground which you could walk through, and I was like so amazed by myself making that. I was like, oh, this is so awesome.
Just pop it out of the one spot.
Sorry, you were saying? I think I saw somewhere that now you don't need to be more than 18 years old to join mapcrew. Is that true? And why was that rule created?
You can become... Oh, you can...
Yeah, that's only half true. You can become a voting mapcrew member, which is... You can see our private forums, and you can vote on that there, but you have no in-game powers or in-game authority, so to speak.
It's supposed to be secretive and all that stuff.
So you can add maps, you can add maps for discussion, you can discuss the maps, and you can see them and give your opinion. So it's just a thing, so there are more opinions about maps, and it gives a different view, so it's handy to have. Okay?
Awesome.
But
and that question was asked by Guski, okay? Not that I can say that name properly, I'm sorry.
This map should be permed.
You should be firmed.
Thank you. Should.
I'll perm you.
I could make a map that just says impure.
Want me to perm you?
Yeah.
That. Well, okay. What's? Oh,
just died there.
Oh, come on! I fell for that. This is so old trick. Jesus.
Best.
God damn it, you. Just die. Old trick. God's sake.
My chat is lagging again now.
If you see a map making in the future, you mean like
We
what
see
you
dark
expect?
future. Oh, that
Do you
maps.
predict? I don't.
I think I know
More
one
lava.
thing. Yeah, more lava, a lot of lava. No, but really, there has been this sort of scenario thing in some of TIG's maps, and I think there's a lot of features that could make interactive maps that are time-based, and maybe they're gonna add more features like that in, that you can put scripts in your map.
Yeah, I think if the new features were to be added to the map editor itself instead of having to be done externally, then I think the map can become a lot more technical.
But if they do that, they need to have a noob thing as well, because there would be people that don't understand it at all. I personally think there should be an advanced and noob thing.
Nick Crusoe asks about P3s. Are you going to deeper in P3s that have anchors? It's rather silly that there are boot camps with anchors in them when they can break.
That'd be a question for me again, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we are. I think we've already got a thread on it on our private forum, and I think at the moment we're seeing if we can replace the sharding objects and the anchors with something that's not sync-based, like actual ground. And then after we've done that, then yeah, we're going to deeper.
Couldn't you just do it with joins? Because joins don't break with sync. If I set up a bot has no sync. So if a bot is shaman, for example, and you have something with joins, it will still work.
Yeah. Well, I've just looked it up on the forum to double check, and yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to give the active map makers a choice between deperming or editing those maps, and then if they can't edit them, they're going to have to perm.
Okay.
Awesome. Do you use Debug when you make maps personally?
No.
Yes. If I make a mechanism and it breaks, I'll use it. That's Debug.
It's all your fault that it breaks.
Yeah, I once was like, I think it was half an hour, I was looking on a code and didn't understand why it broke, but there was apparently one line in it which has the same coordinates. If you have a string with the same coordinates, it breaks. Everything will go to 0.0 or not, and that's the chaotic part of it. So that was really annoying.
Shadow Winter asks, have you ever come across a map in rotation that was bad, but the concept and gameplay was good, original, but didn't permit due to needing improvements to alignment, etc.?
No.
Is that... No?
I've seen a map. I've seen enough maps that were good, but they didn't have alignment and that shit. I was like, I enjoyed this map perm. That's why there are some shit maps.
Yeah, I see it quite often where I see a concept that would work really well if it was just kind of thought out a bit better. Like the basic concept is really good, but then they just kind of got bored at the end and done a bad job of it.
I've sometimes even done that. I just copied the name and then checked if he was online, and if they were online. Sometimes it happened. I'll just whisper them, your map is good, but you need to fix this and this, and then they fix it, and then I'll submit it.
Yeah, if I come across something that I really like that is done badly, then I'll normally tell them that I like it.
I only tell them if they are online. If they aren't online, then I'll probably forget about the map. Nothing happens.
I'm also curious to know, original is still possible, how often you see originality now, because...
If you see a map which bans people... I found out how to do it.
Wow.
It's evil. Very evil.
That is very evil.
You are all very evil.
Yes.
Remind me not to cross your path.
Katie is just pure goodness because she's best and cute and everything.
Oh, and I found out how to make flying and all that stuff, but no one cares.
Yeah, I did see a map that made us jump and fly like Fly Hack. I have seen one of those.
Let me check if I can load it here.
That was awesome.
Who has the Giga?
Was it one of the new P6s? Because it crashed, so I had to depermit. You can crash the map easily, so it's gone again.
Oh no, that was so cool. I love that one.
Okay, I'm gonna throw it on. Hey look, I'm flying.
It's not working very well.
Can you imagine a new map editor feature that's really crazy, but you'd love to try it out if it were ever to be added?
Ban him! Ban him! Kill him already! Oh, you're going...
Wait.
Hello?
Oh goodness.
Hello?
That's the wrong keyboard.
In before.
Okay. Yeah.
James.
Got a phone.
I know, well, you tried phoning me a minute ago, but you didn't say anything.
Okay, so back to the question I was trying to ask.
For your information, people, this was not the hack.
I still think it's a cool map.
I got banned from the room.
Shit happens.
No.
I'm gonna hang out in my tribe house at the moment then.
So, can you imagine a new map editor feature that's really crazy, but you'd love to try it out if it were ever to be added, if that makes sense?
Scripting, I would love it. Like, for example, if you could time like a ball to spawn with a certain speed, or use all that kind of stuff, that would be, I would be sold. I would make a shit ton of maps.
Yeah, it would be nice, and well, you'd follow more minigames or something.
Yeah, like I don't know if you know Playground, that's basically scripting, but it's possible with the scenarios that you can switch like gravity or change the textures or change how big an object is. And if they could just make it that you can time stuff, that would also be really epic. Hint, hint.
Make batteries.
People are laughing at you on the live stream chat.
Who?
You're the same that you hack.
Oh, I hack a lot.
Yeah, that's why you got kicked. You hacker.
Yes. I should export the band map. I should re-export the band map and load it. And get everything.
Thank you for coming, Jamie.
Yeah, see ya.
Necro asked me what my shoe size is. It's 50. European standards.
I don't understand.
Where is it on his head?
Those standards.
For your information.
European standards, I don't know. Let's just say 44 or 45 or something, that's the average for the
clown.
male.
If that's average in... What did you say, 50?
I have 50 and 44 is the average for an adult male.
So I'm guessing that's big.
Yes, my foot is as big as my bottle I have here. And I got a bottle. I got like a 1.5 liter bottle here, and my foot, or at least my shoe, is as big as that.
Oh dear.
And I'm also really tall, so it doesn't look that bad. Like, if you see me in a picture, like, oh, no, it's 2 meters. It's okay, I guess. I know people that are 210 and 220 and all that shit.
How long is your hair?
My hair goes to, let me check, bits under, no, like 50% my shoulder, so half away my shoulder. Yes. And I'm not a girl, okay? I got blonde hair, and it's
impure depth.
Awesome. HomeGood does bring a point. We have been going on for a while, so if we could just quickly introduce ourselves in case there are any newcomers again.
Yeah.
So.
Yes. Pure.
I'm Modnut.
Hey, Kitty Bum.
Shampoo.
Oh, cat.
Oh, this is the ball.
What's that?
And I'm traveling pick, I guess. Well, no, not really.
Yes, I'm so girly. I'm so girly. I'm gonna look for universe in my purse.
In your purse.
Purses.
What's the difference between purse and the other thing? What was it again?
Handbag.
Handbag.
Handbag. It sounds like some sort of handbag.
Handbaku, and then you have the Japanese.
Jawohl, that's on the German.
I imagine like purses to be very small and you can carry them in your hand, and handbag just goes over your shoulder or on your arm, and very easy to carry around and stuff.
Yeah.
You could also just put it in your pocket, like a purse. You put money in and you put it in your...
But no, those are wallets. You can't put purses in pockets because they're long and quite big lengthwise. Well, what I mean...
Get a wallet. Why would you need a purse? Okay, I know you might want weird everything with you, but you can also just put it in your pockets.
Because females are different to males. They don't just carry around money and cards. They have other stuff to carry around. There are necessities like perfume, deodorant, tissues. I carry all these around, and Nurofen. So what's the name for that? Painkillers and...
I'm gonna say something to the people in the chat. No, that's not me. Okay.
What's not you?
Oh, they posted a picture and they asked if it was me. Not.
Okay. Which rule do you mostly see people break when creating maps? I mean, rules that don't hide cheese and hole, don't put spawn over the ladders.
Map needs to look nice. Or something like that. It needs to be aligned and all that shit. That's what I miss the most.
Lots of hide keys, hide holes, and a lot of off-screen stuff.
Yes.
So much off-screen, it's kind of annoying, if anything. Or both. That's
so far off-screen you can never see them.
There's some crashes too, but no, it's fine.
I also see like a lot of tribe house decorations, like ones just like couches and beds, and you just go from the table to the bed and run back and stuff like that. That's a lot of what I see.
I'm gonna send a really creepy picture. They all saw pictures on Busy for a sec.
Are you able to ban people from making maps?
As you see, we can.
Not really.
Not really, but
wasn't there a rule with the bad content maps or something?
Yeah, there is a sanction for that, and they are to be unplayable, so no one can load them. And maybe you could talk a bit about being blacklisted from submission dates.
Okay, I just took a really creepy picture and I'm gonna creep everyone out now.
Oh dear. Bit scared. Is this it right there?
Yes, it's going to be really scary.
Pretty.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm gonna have nightmares because of you. Thank you very much.
It's now our desktop background.
Holy crap. I'm not going to look at you anymore.
I hope no one was thinking about going to sleep directly after this live stream.
I'm gonna have nightmares. Katie, help me.
I'm so confused.
And I'm just sitting here.
Just casually.
Casually sitting here. Yeah, I like to do creepy pictures because people overreact, so.
Is that the face you make when you map make?
No. Most of the time my face has no emotion. It's just like, stare. Nothing.
It's neutral.
Although I smirk a lot. Like, have like a grin on my face.
That's...
I think you win this conversation right now by doing that. How many times have you started making a map and then decided it's not good enough, you didn't like it, and then just gave up on it?
A million times. And with that, I mean, I placed the ground and I was like, this is stupid, and then I went out of editing.
That happens to me daily, so I never end up making anything.
And also, the one thing I really spent a lot of time into it and just rage quit was when I was trying to make a real dynamic cheese, where the ground that had like all sorts of parts of it, and it would go down one bit and then go up again. So the cheese would move around, and you actually had to catch the moving cheese and not like follow it and then go to a spot like with Temple's map. But I wanted it to be an actual moving cheese, and I rage quit on that. Like, I got so pissed. It didn't work.
If you could remove any vanilla map, which one would it be and why? Asked by Shadow Winter.
I don't know all the vanilla maps.
Delete every map.
For me, it would be the one, I forgot the number, but it looks like a toilet bowl. Which one is that? The collision.
That one, yeah, the collision one, that's like a B.
What's that number?
Annoying.
No, keep that.
I really don't like that one.
Then you should put okay, if you want to do that map really easily, if you're the shaman, put it down a ghost plank, connect the yellow plank to that, connect the red anchor or something with the weight to the bottom or the top or whatever, sideways plank, normal plank, and everyone can go in. Not spam millions of boxes, that won't work, okay?
Or just run and jump off, that's fine too.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, you shout out.
I would like to see actually more weird things in the vanilla maps. Like you see the map 80 or 88, which has the gravity switch. Like more things with that, like weird stuff.
Yeah.
Or something that uses the new mobs, like the ghost mobs and all that stuff. If they change that into weird other creatures, I don't know. Maybe you could make something nice.
I really miss the old map 27. Someone's just talking about bringing back old maps in the chat. That was my favorite. I don't remember the old 42. Swinging cage.
That one was so awful. It's one sink problem and everybody died.
I remember the old...
I love the swinging cage. I actually recreated that a while back.
It says you like a lot of death though.
I really don't remember that. I don't know why. Maybe if I saw a picture I would.
Although, yeah, a lot of people died because of the sink-basedness. At one point, I don't know when it was anymore, but they changed the whole sync stuff, and all the mechanism maps broke. I think it was 2011, January or something like that. And like nearly every mechanism map didn't work anymore because the sync was randomly changed. And later they changed it to the shaman, so all the mechanisms with uses shaman would work again. Then they removed it because everyone lagged through the boxes. And I think they actually changed the sync from going from 1 second to 2 seconds at that point. So I'm not sure completely. That is really the question you asked.
Yeah, definitely. Someone in live stream chat saying we need the transform maps back, but they're still here. I think there is a minimum and maximum of how many people you need in the room for that. I think the minimum's 13. No, I can't. No, the maximums.
They just play. I just see them all the time.
Yeah, but you need. I have to remember. But if you go to a smaller room, then that's where you find them. Yes, I am talking about the transform maps. You can tell me. Yes, they are still here, but I'm trying to figure out.
Oh, I know the map which I actually come back. Do you remember the map where you only have the balloons? When balloons just came out.
Balloons.
I love that. It's so faithful.
Yes.
Everyone hating, everyone mad. Oh, it was fun. So much throwing up. Everyone was like, no, why you balloon? Oh, that's so unfair. Oh, rage. Oh, awesome. Love it.
That's true nostalgia right there. I think maximum's 50, something like that. I don't know. Anyway, they're there if you go to the store. And the night map with the changing cheese positions. Alright. Oh, 99. Yes.
I would actually like that, with changing cheese back.
I really want the scene changed, because I was just hilarious when the scene changed, like, oh, fuck. Stuff like that.
I really miss that map. That's awesome.
Actually, personally, flying shaman maps, so nice. That was actually the idea with the map I made. Like, maybe I could make a flying shaman map and then put a challenge towards that, but then the whole thing lags and it doesn't. Sad phase.
That's awesome.
Like, if you play the map, it feels really smoothly and you can build really nicely, but all the other mice just see the wings fly above you and you glitching around the whole map and all that stuff.
We need dragons.
No.
Why can't we get dragons at such short notice?
Why do we need dragons?
I have no idea.
Why not?
Want to make a dragon? Let them move.
I'm sure Aku can turn into a dragon somehow.
Huh? I'm partially sleeping, right now. I don't know.
Should we move on to questions for the mods now, or?
If you guys have any final questions for the map crew, now's the time to do that, or else we'll be moving on, as Modnut said, to the mod questions, general questions, etc.
It doesn't
I'm always
matter
going
if
at
the
it.
question is bad. Don't worry.
The map crew hates you, Awesome Pro.
Except me, I'm a friend of his.
Especially you.
Yeah.
The map crew, I remember who has map ideas in the shower is Jamison.
I think it's just if you get too many whispers, you just have to silence and concentrate on yourself and the game for a bit, just to have fun for a change.
Because staff are pleased too, and you do have the submission threads on the forums for
That's actually a thing I say a lot. I am actually playing the game. When people are whispering, why aren't you testing the map? It's your job. And then my reply is, I'm playing Transformods, okay? I'm currently doing something.
There's still a game that I want to play. Still.
But no, you will get Ice Cube to the death. Oh god, this map.
Well, you get, I don't.
Who did play it?
I don't know what map is playing because I got banned from the room.
Well, this one with
Absolute best.
Happens every live stream.
Surfing the mice with.
Citizen, could you say something? Or Cat Brother?
I think Shadow Winter is asking if there will be harder per P7 maps.
P9?
No, he asked if like you have P9 and it would be P7, so there would be no Shaman.
I don't know.
Although soulmate racing would be nice, but there would be this one unlucky player there's going to be, I have no soulmate, I can't complete this map now, and that's the problem.
And AFK soulmates and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, people, Citadel has no voice, she's just scared to talk. She's scared to death.
She will one day become magically not shy and will talk and surprise you in a live stream.
Or you should get a drink with her or something. Maybe that works.
Well, yeah. But she's too shy and... Well, if she doesn't want, I'm not going to force her.
All about this... Hey! All about the tribe war coming back or other rooms and mini-games. It's really hard to answer. Probably not.
Wasn't the tribe war question asked and answered at the beginning of the live stream? When will Transformods bring Tribe War back? And the answer was, Tribe War won't come back, Melodrome is still planned. Don't forget that these answers to the Transformods questions will be updated after the live stream. And the video will be able to be watched later. What is your favorite ground?
Grass. The thing that I find really sad that, well, the grass is the nicest ground because it looks so nice, but the thing I found sad is if you make a ground dynamic, it looks like shit. Sad face.
I really like water. I don't know why though. Just really smooth, I guess, and I could can be used for anything really. Blockade or not, or just a way to get by, or lift, or just lots of uses for it.
Yeah. Personally, I like the older grounds. I don't really like. I'm kind of over ice and lava and stuff now. Like wood and chocolate. And trampoline. Old school.
The old school style, yeah. I think if you come from that area, it's like, it just feels like how it started. It's a bit nostalgic.
There's a few questions on the live stream chat. How far do you go when messing with grounds?
Messing with grounds?
Yeah, I don't understand that one.
You mean like how far do you try to find something out, or how much time you spent into being used as an editor? I guess.
You can interpret it that way and answer.
No. I like to keep it fake because that's how I work with maps as well. I'm really fake when I'm doing that. It's like, I have no clue what I'm really doing. Hey, look, it's a map that someone actually appreciates.
These people in the chat, seriously. Rude. Okay, so I guess now... Oh. What are your opinions on P3, P4 water maps? Normally they're glitchy for me, bracket, sham bracket, and from the past the water glitch for P3.
My thoughts about water maps are...
Drowning. Water maps itself, I think the water mechanics, I'm not really too happy with how you do it. Like, for example, if you press down, before it was, if you press down for like half a second, you were dead. no matter what.
You're dead.
And it was like you had to tab it, and they made it a bit better that you have to hold it a bit longer now. But I think if you stop holding, you should basically float up because you're swimming down. And that's bad. I don't like water.
What is the power?
Chaos.
Jump here. 3 presents here. I was just kidding. You will die. Death is a present.
Okay.
Consider it your salvation.
Most of those have been answered. So I guess we can open it up to general questions now. Bear in mind that the one admin who is here is pretty busy already talking to you guys in the chat. So if you want questions answered from us then mod related, you can still ask mapcrew loose questions, etc, etc. Or we can keep it fun and loose. Up to you guys.
Fun and loose.
Personally, the best thing you can probably do is say something like, you can ask any question, doesn't matter to who.
No private information for you, no needs of Katie, sorry, awesome pro.
Oh dear.
Some people just want too much.
Katie, how does it feel to moderate switch to a new German community?
German? Deutsch! Deutsch!
Well, I'm still a mod for the EN community, obviously. I love that I can switch between the two and have time in each, and for the most part people there are really nice. Modnut would know. It's really cool.
Hi, Shaka.
It's not very popular at the moment, but I feel that it will grow soon, and it's really fun moderating with Modnut. I love it. It's the best.
Wumsen.
Thank you for the German community admins.
Are there many people playing there?
And it's pretty quiet. Dead. I see a lot of Russians and Polish people, definitely, and Brazilians that can't speak. Yeah, I see a lot of them, but mostly Russians. That's right, isn't it?
Yep.
Russians. And they try to Google translate hack reports in whispers, and it makes my day because it's so funny.
Are you open applications for mod positions on the EN server soon?
Is there a lack of mods?
Was that for EN, did they say?
Yeah.
I think just keep an eye out. We haven't done it in a while, and it's always in discussion about our staff and how things are going. So yeah, just keep an eye out. You'll hear about it in the discussion subforum. There'll be a sticky. So yeah, just keep an eye out. I can't really say any dates or anything. What would you do if map making gets removed?
Have a big part.
I would only watch videos.
Stay in the trap house and do that?
Yeah, sit in the tribe house, watch videos. That's what I mostly do.
President and pure death.
I'm the president, yeah. Oh,
endorsed by an admin.
Yes.
It will be banned, anyway.
I'll remember that.
You better.
Screen that.
No.
Transformod Q&A.
I I'm Pure Death. Are you a girl in real life?
Yes, I'm a girl.
Was this
Very pretty girl.
I'm Aunt Impure Death.
On Pure Death.
Legit.
If you've seen the picture, you
100%.
probably recognize me as a guy.
With long, gorgeous, flowing hair.
Yes. Although I'm not. I should use better shampoo. I think the last shampoo I used sucks. What am I talking about?
Hello, True.
Hi, True.
True.
At least this is light and fun and mostly about impure death here and gender.
Every my appearance apparently is a very interesting topic. True Link is on.
Holy moly. Bazinga trollololo, Linky.
Shout out to Katie for being a good question reader and host. Yes, please, Katie, you rock.
Who says that? Because she asked good questions.
And Kat rocks too, because Kat is hosting too.
Kat is amazing. I could ever have the internet connection.
The rest of us is really not.
The rest is just sitting here and saying random stuff.
Please. Without you guys, I would be sitting here talking to myself, and that's not very fun.
Oh, it is. I bet it is.
No, it's not.
I agree.
I've very much done that.
I've done it
get
before.
Very, very fast. I would just hide and cry.
What?
Mod that do bands make you dance? Do you dance?
Just that buddy.
Some do, maybe. Sometimes.
Oh, that buddy. Buddy.
Money? Yeah, money does make me dance.
Yes. I knew that. Okay.
God damn it, Sofaru. God damn it.
Super cutie. What is that?
No, don't.
I'm going to do it because you told me not to. Oh, that's so cute.
Utrolic is no longer part of the mod team since a few months.
A year.
It has to
For
be
very, very long.
Who?
You throw?
Cedar, will you add me on 3DS?
What? You can add people on 3DS?
I don't know. I don't have one myself.
Me neither.
I do.
I'm too poor for that crap.
Yeah, but she's not here. Utrolic, that is, sorry.
That's so cool that you can add people to it. Technology has just risen above, like...
I think every game console at the moment wants community systems. Like, if you look at the PlayStation and all that, they all make account system, and that makes it so other people play longer. If one plays, his friend is online, you see his friend is playing, you will play more, and everyone plays more, and you see his friend is playing another game, and you will want to play that game as well. And if they put co-op in the game, you want to play that co-op game with him, and you can easily connect, and that makes more money. Why not?
That is very true. Let's see if we can find this thread. No, that's EN off topic. Yeah.
What do you think about using invisible bans to ban hackers, or do you do it yourself? A person I find it rather annoying because I hardly ever know if someone I reported is banned. I personally love invisible banning because you can ban a hacker and not scare away another hacker from the same room, for instance.
You can feel like Ninja, Stokey, and Stokey.
It doesn't disrupt the whole conversation in the room. If, for example, the room is like, hey, someone got banned, and they all are paying attention.
And then, of course, everyone decides to copy and paste the freaking message.
Yeah, and then the people who likes to provocate mods just for fun, and mod is in the room, and then starts insulting. And
whenever I make ban with a message in the Polish community, I get spammed with insults from Polish players. So I guess I'm using quiet bans.
That's common in the German community as well.
Maybe there should be a list of the people that get banned. Like a certain list. Like if someone asks or reports a hacker and it has an invisible ban, but if they check a sort of list...
Well, we thought about that when we started the report system, but we decided it's quite against the sense of banning, invisible banning, because it's still the same. People know it's banned, so the mod must be in the room, so we can copy some weird message or whatever.
Yeah, personally, no, there's allowed now, if you want it.
I'm gonna head out, because I have other stuff to do.
Bye, Trevor.
Bye, Pick. Thank you for coming.
No problem.
Mary asked, do you really check reports? All of them, honestly. Well, we can't really check all of them. It's just too much sometimes. But we try to check as many as we can. And especially from the community we're in usually. But we help out in other communities usually, especially the N mods, and try our best, That's all we can do.
There are definitely a lot of reports that we get, but the report system is pretty amazing. People don't realize how much it helps us and how easy it makes our jobs, and I wish I could just stress and reiterate to people that the report system helps. And you should do it to help us, help you, if that makes sense. Yes, you can relay that question. Report!
What do you mean with do you check the reports with the comment more? If you add a comment, it depends. If it's a hack,
it's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah. If you use other, then we'd like an explanation why you are reporting him, like name or whatever.
Yeah. Usually the comment doesn't make any difference if it's for your hack or the other mute reasons that aren't answered.
If you report someone for spam, you can use it to tell us if he's using a different language or if he's really flooding the chat or something.
Definitely. It's really confusing when a lot of people report the same person, but there's several different reasons as to why. You never know what to look out for: hack, phishing, other spam.
Why is TrueLink not a mod anymore? I think it's because TrueLink is just too awesome to be a mod.
Yeah. Is that possible?
Yeah, it is.
Pro to mod, too pro.
It's so awesome that I'm barfing with rainbows.
Rainbows. We miss you.
Sorry, I'm barfing with unicorns which barf with rainbows.
Happy stuff.
Colorful.
Rainbows, bunnies, butterflies.
Musket Rat asked, which mod is joking with me? Usually no mod is joking at all. We are deadly serious all the time.
We're robots.
Yeah. Beep.
Boop. We are all trolls.
Musket, did you even think that maybe the map is broken? Maybe?
Exterminate.
01000101.
1001111.
If you would like to check about your map, Musket, right, then feel free to ask mapcrew.
Feel free to ask me.
101.
I'm most likely the guy to have unpermed it because I like unpermed.
Question, do you like Cheese for Mice more than the official forums? I personally like Cheese for Mice for the private messaging system and the profile and all, but I prefer the official forums as forums. Did you?
I never actually used the CFM forums. Like,
I
only
do for
thread.
private messaging. I do get a lot of private messages on Cheese for Mice, but I do lurk around the Cheese for Mice forums, read and comment on posts on my profile. There are a lot of people that like to post on the CFM profile in different languages like Brazilian, Spanish, and complain that they've been banned and it just looks like mumbo jumbo.
But help me, I'm banned.
Transformods forums too. Yeah, it's all that. Despair.
I actually like that of CFM because at the moment I like the forums of the official one better, but CFM has a PM function and a profile thing, and I like that because people can just ask good stuff there. It's nice.
Yes.
I just want to warn you, if I stop responding at all, it just means I fall asleep.
No, you fall asleep when we hear snoring.
No, if I stop responding, that means I fall asleep. Your argument is invalid.
Nope.
Question, which is your favorite minigame?
Tower defense.
Survivor.
Survivor or FFA. I like FFA.
I used to like Snake Tournament, but it doesn't exist anymore.
What does it say?
Snake Tournament.
Snake?
Something like this.
Oh,
yes.
Snake. I remember that. That was awesome.
Yeah, I love this one.
It was like PvP Snake. That was funny.
Yeah, there were 4 players playing at once, and they were competing.
If you hit the other snake, you would die, and basically you would control it by just moving around on the map and all that stuff. And 4 players were chosen to do that. It was the maker of Ratapult.
Okay.
Red Bot, probably.
Makara, something.
Ratapult.
Makara.
It was Makara, yeah. I've never heard of Snake, no. Is it pretty old school then?
It was awesome because, I don't know, this was only minigame I was good at.
I sucked at it.
I was because I can hack with my macros.
Well, it was also all about
That's
getting
good,
cheese to get your snake longer.
Yeah, you get the snake longer, and all the other mice try to jump on the snake so they get the cheese.
Wow, that sounds awesome. I wish someone would try remake that then.
Yeah, but bots nowadays are quite impossible, so I don't expect it to ever come back, except in Tribe House, maybe.
Trap House is better than nothing.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yes.
Do you like being a mod or a sentinel more?
I like them both. I can't say I like one more than the other, but I do put more time into the game because it does require a lot more attention. I do like keeping forums clean, but I guess I'll just have to say mod just by a little tiny bit because I became a mod first and I'm biased.
Mary asked, do you enjoy trolling? And Truling rightfully said you can't become a mod if you don't enjoy trolling.
Trolling is so awesome.
It is.
Trolling is the best.
Best if you can do it in a constant stream. For example, make a troll map and you troll every day without even putting any effort.
And then when we go to troll, people laugh a lot that mods are trolling. Mods aren't supposed to troll. Mods are bots.
Yeah.
Are you a bot or a mod?
Bot.
Question. gets asked to me daily. I get asked that daily.
How do I become bot?
Yes, that too.
I haven't been asked that in ages.
Maybe that's because of the people trying to set up the minigame bots, and they're asked how they do that.
No, they literally were asking how do they become a bot. I'm not kidding.
Yes.
Question for Catburger. Why do you have that cursor with a yellow circle around it?
To see your hair cursor better.
I think Cat can't really hear us. I'm not sure.
I think you can.
Special magic aura.
Because yellow is a cool color.
I think you can disable that.
Oh wow.
Who made the first part? I actually don't know that. I think Holtz, but I'm not sure. Maybe Buffalo?
One of the mods, yeah. Holtz or something.
Oh, wouldn't surprise me.
Probably the people that were hacking before.
Oh, yeah, true.
The hackers are probably the ones who got up with the bots.
We have never had mods hack. Never.
Bots are 100% hacks, you know that.
Question, which is your favorite moderator?
Modnat.
Drink, sorry.
Barry?
Whiskey Picker's name.
Just worship her, for God's sake. I mean, for Katie's sake.
Cedarline said the first part was the boot camp one. I think it was Holtz, I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I missed those. No, it was when boot camp was only 2 minutes. Wasn't that no, wasn't that?
It was just a player room. They just loaded difficult maps, and everyone was dead. They loaded the map.
But there were bots, and I remember bots being there, and boot camp was only 2 minutes, and it would ask you if you would like to skip the map or play it again.
Was it whoever?
Do you remember what I'm talking about?
Yes.
I remember it.
So far,
I don't recall if whoever made bots or if he was just doing the boot camp thing.
I remember being there. I was like, what is this? What the hell? Too difficult.
Yeah.
And then...
Question, have you ever thought about quitting the map making team?
Is there a map making team?
Map crew.
Oh, okay.
I
never ever thought about quitting that, no. No, why not?
If they thought about it, they might do it eventually, but I don't think so. Not the ones
If I don't want to do something for a week, it doesn't matter, so I don't mind.
Pretty much. Okay. Have you guys got any more questions? I believe we've hit the 2-hour mark, pretty much.
Is that the goal?
Well, that's the usual average time, 2 hours of live stream. Just
question, do you enjoy answering questions?
I really like answering questions. I'm talking about right now in this live stream because the questions.
And why you didn't answer to my question?
They're not spammed as much as like a huge live stream, and you can actually keep up with it.
You didn't answer to my question. I'm disappointed.
Question, is there, if there is snow on Christmas, can there be rain in spring? Yeah, we don't know.
I would love...
I have a rain map, by the way. I gave it to Thibault. I don't know if he's still there.
Which map is that?
Okay, I'll just paste it in the Skype comment.
Cedarline, could you please talk one sentence in French for our beloved users? Please.
Give her a break. She will eventually, and it will be awesome, and the players will love it, but it is getting late for some people, and I imagine that people getting tired.
Before she will insult someone.
Questions. If you want a new ground introduced, what would it be?
A ground with a special feature. Like maybe grounds that have opposite gravity to all the other grounds, or a ground which boosts stuff, or grounds which are by default like negative cloud.
Awesome.
Like special grounds, not like textures and all that stuff, but grounds with a certain feature. So it is more obvious for Shaman maps and all those maps, which has these grounds. You can do it at the moment, but everyone has a different style, and new map make or new people are like, I don't get what this is.
That sounds really awesome.
Sorry. Question: how did mapcrew actually start? I heard a rumor about it that it actually.
Wasn't it Utrolic?
Utrolic definitely played a big part in the creation of the mapcrew. It originally started so that mods and special, well, I'm not saying special, but it started with a group of people that mods know were good with maps, and then it kind of took off from there when the reviewing came about, and then the introduction of community manager, and then Cedarland helped set that up a lot, and then it kind of expanded from there and eventually became the mapcrew today. Yeah, Utrolic did play a big part in the creation of everything. That is definitely true. Any final questions, guys? I think we'll wrap this up soon because I see that people are getting tired, and I'm scared that Aku fell asleep.
No, I'm fighting with it. I miss Utrolic too, Sido.
Is it late for you guys?
It's around 11 p.m.
Oh.
It's almost 11 a.m. for me.
What is your favorite event, Katie?
Halloween 2010.
Kat? What's your favorite event? Halloween.
I like trains.
Ampure?
The next future event, I don't know. There's so many things I feel that were lacking in the events, and they could have done better.
Conda?
Well, my favorite event was last Halloween event. I mean,
Halloween 2012?
Yes, because of the platformer beat 'em up version.
I love the maps. I love the fact that there was more than one Halloween map. And
I like it, the fact that you could fight back with those
and mobs,
skeletons and stuff.
Kill them! Push! They need to make vanilla maps with that, seriously.
Yeah, I like the idea with, I don't know, beating things up in game.
Yeah, why not?
I liked the Halloween event with the brooms the most.
Yeah, it's fascinating.
Chuckers!
I really miss the candy confetti. I really miss it. That was so awesome.
Prof Poodle, we don't know if they will use the Rain and Thunder in April Fool's map again, because we are not admins and we are not making the game. We are just mods and we don't know.
If Cito wants to answer that, she can in chat, but if she doesn't, then don't press it, because, you know, surprises are cool too.
My advice is actually to not use it. That's my advice.
My advice is to get rid of all events and all user-made maps.
And no fun allowed in the game.
No fun allowed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ooh, Transformods version 1 for the win.
Serious
They should actually do that one day.
Serious business.
They should put like one day in where the game is just the old game, like maybe on April.
I think Moe suggested that too.
It would be fucking hilarious.
Let's turn Transformods back into Poison game.
Question, how much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck would?
Not.
I can't even say that. Nice.
I would say 42.
That's not, yeah, definitely. Question answered, move on.
What's your favorite animal?
What was the question?
What's your favorite animal?
Penguin.
Walrus.
Pandas.
Yeah, pandas rock.
Pandas? What's so interesting about pandas?
Pandas just rock.
Pandas are adorable.
They're cute.
So cute, yeah.
I like penguins because they wobble.
Say this, Becky bought some bitter butter, but the bitter butter was bitter, so Becky bought some bitter butter. Oh, I screwed up.
I can't, oh my god, I would stutter this.
Where are you catching it? Oh, there it is. Becky bought some bitter butter. And wait, my chat is going down. Becky bought some bitter butter, but the bitter butter was a bit bitter, so Becky bought some better bitter butter. For Bot's sake.
Becky bought some bitter butter, but the bitter butter was a bit bitter, so Becky bought some bitter
Yeah, and this woodchuck question.
Say the German tongue twister. Katie, do you know any German tongue twisters?
I couldn't get them out of my mouth, not really. If you know some.
I think I know one. 10 zahme Ziegen ziehen 10 Zentner Zucker zum Zoo.
You're bored or you're spamming us with tongue twisters, huh?
Yes.
This is stupid.
Yeah. Any final questions, guys? Before we get all tongue twisted live stream. I would really like to see you type that tongue twister at Mud.dat.
Yeah, maybe I should.
Your favorite Pokemon.
Hey,
Toby asked what the favorite Pokemon is.
And says no one has any favorite Pokemon.
Tyranitar.
Jane, Sam, Ziegen, Sogen, Zane, Zuka, Zuzu.
Zane, Zame, Ziegen, Sogen,
If I pick the pack and pick the
Hey,
one.
let's. Książę brzmi z tego słynie.
I can't say that really fast, so. Okay, we have to wrap this up pretty much because people have to go.
Let's just kill everyone and end it. Okay,
but if you ask Kaneko nicely in the chat, he could maybe do an outro song because
are you kidding me?
That's really entertaining and
wait, I need to find the lyrics or something, you know?
Yes.
I don't know what to sing.
Make the lead song you did earlier.
But
yeah, you should sing it again?
Yes.
While he finds it.
Okay.
While he finds it. Let's just...
mapcrew song. You think I know any mapcrew song?
Just sing a song and put mapcrew where there's another word.
Oh, please.
Yeah.
And then really badly, like, blah, 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 mapcrew, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Mapcrew.
Pretty much.
Oh my gosh, you're so awesome. I love that you'll sing for us.
Yeah, this old song I was thinking of. I didn't finish it actually. I'm still here. You know, oh, well, never mind. I'm just weird.
Who are you gonna call? Mapcrew.
Okay, well.
So,
do you want to sing now or after? Okay. while Aku is deciding, I would like to thank the map crew and mods that have come along today to answer your questions. Thank you, Impure. I think you're only one left here right now. And Mod Knight.
Nice map crew standing.
And Aku and Tibu and Kat for being an awesome video host.
And Katie Bombs for being just Katie Bombs.
Yes, for being herself, being the cutest person in the moderation.
Thank you, Sulan, for answering questions in the chat and bearing with us. And to our chat mods who aren't in the call. Thank you.
Thanks,
this
everyone.
Isn't possible without you guys. Yes, thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, community, for making this happen and all that stuff.
Thank you, Livestream, for being a website.
Thank you, inventor of the internet.
Blah, 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 blah.
Thank you, Transformods, for being creative, etc., etc. Okay, Aku, do you have a song for us yet that we can go out on?
I was singing, hey. That's not fair.
Because we love your singing.
What? What do you want me to sing again?
Yes, one more time, please.
Oh God, let it be. Okay, so is the same song?
Anything you want.
Well, I don't have anything in mind, you know.
Well, then you can sing it again because it was so awesome.
Well, okay.
Thank you.
So...
Siedzi on na witecie, siadł gdy palagniecie, aż kapina poczciwina nie chce dalej iść. Parara, aż kapina poczciwina nie chce dalej iść. A zapierona, aż kapina poczciwina nie chce dalej iść. Byłam prosi, nawet Boga, nic choroba nie pomaga, stoi dumna jak słup soli, nic nie ruszy się. Parara stoi dumna jak słup soli, nic nie ruszy się. Nie? A zapierona. You
should represent Poland in Eurovision.
Yeah,
indeed you should.
Poland should.
Everyone laughed their ass off.
That would be amazing. Yay! Thank you. Just have to clap for you. Okay. Awesome. Thank you, everyone.